Greetings. What's up? It's Deborah. Let me just pull this up real quick. Happy Wednesday to you. In this short video, what I want to do is share with you how you can build your certainty from within as a purpose-driven leader so that you don't end up chasing after shiny objects or burning yourself out trying to implement too many different things, and also avoid selling to people who are not ideal customers or clients. So, hey guys, I'm Deborah. I help Mavericks and purpose-driven leaders to build absolute certainty from within so that they can get out there and make the impact that they were born to make. And before I get started, if you're serious about up-leveling your leadership, building absolute certainty, eliminating overwhelm, and getting out there and doing the thing, then you need to come join our free community. The link is in the description. So I want to just I've used myself as a guinea pig for this little mini series. I'm talking about becoming magnetic and attracting exactly who you want to talk to, exactly who you want to sell to, exactly who you want to deal with, right? So oftentimes, I'm any given week, I'm taking probably 3 to 5 different courses. I'm taking in a lot of information. I'm always learning. I'm trying to get better at different things. So right now I'm taking 2 different challenges. And for both of them, I got a directive yesterday. Actually, for one of them, I got a directive yesterday that I didn't take action on. It was great advice, but it wasn't great advice for me in that moment. And I knew it because I knew my own personal pace, my own style of messaging and interacting with people. And I knew that it was off-brand for me, my own brand. So because I knew that it wasn't going to work already, because I've already tried these things before, I didn't run in a frenzy to go do it. And so I saved myself any confusion or complication, and I'm still going to get a ton out of the challenge, even though I didn't implement that one step, and I'm good with it. Now, how would you like for that to be you, where you take a challenge, maybe you take 3 or 4 different courses, and you know exactly what you need to go implement on immediately, uncomfortable or not, and exactly what to say, you know what, I'm going to pass on that. Because there is an art to that. So I want to share with you one really quick thing that I have noticed, right? So what I see is a lot of times people take free courses or challenges or watch videos, and then they're like, oh, this is great advice, I'm going to go do it. Maybe like a 10th of them actually go do the thing, but because they did it without having really understood the foundation or built the foundation upon which that thing that they needed to go do was based, they ended up not getting the results that they wanted. And then they go back and then they say, oh, woe is me, I'm a failure. It becomes a failure loop. You feel like a failure. You go do something to try to fix that feeling. Then that doesn't work, and then you feel more like a failure, and it becomes a vicious cycle. I was actually messaging with someone who's in that cycle right now, and it's not pretty. I know it because I've been in there myself many times. So if you're coming in late, I see somebody just joined. I just want to let you know that if you're really serious about changing that failure loop story, getting yourself out of overwhelm, getting yourself clear and certain first before trying to go out and implement any strategies, whether it's to do with a business or leadership, relationships, whatever it is, then you're going to want to join our free community. The link is in the description. So now I want to share with you what the real solution is. So this is phase 1 of building our magnet to attract exactly the kinds of interactions we want to have. And it doesn't have to be that you have a business. Maybe it's you're a teacher and you just want to have better interactions with your students and or their parents or families. Maybe you are a physician and you want to have better interaction with your clients or your patients or your staff. It doesn't matter. This applies for everything, okay? Step number 1 is to get really clear on your destination. Like, where do you want to end up? What are your goals? What exactly do you want to see happen 6 months from now, 3 months from now? How do you want things to look, feel, all of that? That's the first thing. The second thing then is to get really clear on what the value is that you're bringing. So if you're a doctor, what's the value you're bringing to your patients? Not your name, not your titles, not your coat, not your office. Like, what is the true value that you're bringing to your client, your patients? If you're a teacher, what's the true value that you're bringing to your students and their families, and so on and so forth? If you're a business owner, what's the true value that you're bringing to your clients? Okay? What is that? Like actually get very tangible and specific with it. Let's not be vague and, airy-fairy. Let's get specific. And if you're here, you can say, hey, what's up? I always like to see who's on and, have a greeting there. So then the third and final part of this first phase, which is really what you call your element, that iron, let's say it's a magnet, that iron or that ferrous material from which the magnet is made, that's that first phase. So the third step would be to say, okay, now that I know where I'm headed, how I want things to go, I know the value that I bring to the table. Now the third step is, how am I going to package this? How am I going to present this? Am I packaging it in really, really fancy, like Tiffany's, turquoise box with the white ribbon that everyone knows is a Tiffany's box? Am I packaging it like, a plastic bag in the grocery store? Like, how am I packaging my product? How am I presenting it? How am I breaking it up in the way that will be most effective for the person who's receiving it? Okay, because all of those packaging are appropriate depending on what the purpose is and how the person who's going to use it is going to use it. So once you have those three things in line, you have your element down. Okay, so before you go out and do any of the things like messaging people or emailing people or advertising or any of that, you need to have those three things down in a very basic and simple way. And when you're clear on that, then you can take the next step forward in magnetizing that element. So if this was helpful, let me know in the comments. I always like to see your feedback. This is the first of the three-phase process to go from overwhelmed and kind of like don't know where to start to having a really, really clear, amazing, powerful, permanent magnet that attracts in only the kinds of interactions and people that you want in your circle. Whether it's a small circle or a large circle, doesn't matter. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, please go ahead and hit the like button. If you know somebody who could benefit from this information, who's starting a business or is in overwhelm in trying to do their work, their reason for being, their work in this world, please share it with them. And if you are serious about getting out of overwhelm and into a place of certainty, clarity, and powerful leadership, go ahead and join our free community. The link is in the description. Okay, that's it for me. Much love. Bye.